welcome to my this morning. We're going to start today with a few pillows and a couple of blocks. You could put on top of you, but that's optional. And if you don't have that's okay too. We'll just modify as we go along. So this morning we're going to start in a flat on the back pose with the soles of the feet together. And if you have blocks, you can use the blocks under the knees to support the knees. Option to just lay flat onto your mat. You don't need pillows, it's just a nice extra support. And then begin to work your way back. Modify as you need to get comfortable. A couple of rearranging things to do. Make sure your head is supported when you arrive. And hands can be anywhere that are comfortable. If you'd like, you can keep them wide, palms open or palms face down. Your hands can also come to your belly, if that feels like a more natural resting place. You could also just keep them open, making this into a little bit more of a shoulder opener, opening toward the head. Your choice. Begin to settle in. Close the eyes. Haven't already. And the intent is really
I just saw it fly downstairs from up here.
Yeah, it flew by me in the kitchen.
Oh, okay. It's okay, Drew.
Not staying stationary like a normal fly should.
I don't know if turning the fan off will help or that one.
simply notice your breath.
Big fly.
Feel the air moving in and out of the nostrils. Notice the temperature of the air in the room that you're in.
It'll show itself, I can snap it and kill it.
Okay, Drew. She's just laying by the bed with her ball.
Okay.
Hi. Drew.
Soften through the eyes, cheekbones, and jaw. Soften through the neck, the front of the chest, and the shoulders. Allow the shoulders to melt down toward the floor. Release the muscles in the floor. Allow the awareness to come to the lower back, being fully supported by the floor and the props beneath you. Allow the legs to hang heavy. Left knee softens. Right knee softens. Feel the feet being supported by whatever is beneath you. And then invite in a deep inhale, sending the air down toward the belly. Filling the diaphragm, filling the lungs, and letting it go. A couple couple more just like that. Inhaling deeply.
Good girl.
As you exhale, soften something new in the body. For this practice, allow yourself to focus in on the breath. Allow yourself to do that for the remainder of the practice. You can try bringing the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth, opening the back of the throat as the lips are sealed, inviting in a deep inhale through the open throat into the belly. And as you exhale, slightly constrict the throat, creating the sound of an ocean as it moves in and out of the body. And this type of breathing is called Ujjayi breath. The intent is to calm the nervous system, calm the mind, relax through the inner organs as well as the muscles. And then you'll take one more big breath in, maybe the deepest inhale you've taken yet today. On your exhale, I'd like you to open your mouth, let out your tongue, and just sigh it loudly out the mouth. Let's do one more. You could scrunch your face, open the mouth wide. Feel free to make some funny faces here. You can blink the eyes open, squeeze them shut. Squeeze the hands, open them up. Squeeze the toes, open them up too. Just like you're a light that's blinking. Squeezing things closed and then opening them up. If it feels good, take a big stretch overhead. Release the feet, stretch out the legs. Beautiful. And then you're going to just simply rock up to seated. Can move the pillows toward, or just off the mat. Although if you don't have blocks, you can keep your pillows close by. And then you'll come back down to the back. Bring the feet in halfway. And we're going to do some dynamic bridges. Your hands will be palms down toward, at your sides. Ground the feet flat on the floor. See if you can graze the tips of your middle fingers to the heels. That's roughly the distance you want your feet to be. Feet are hip width apart. Lift all the toes, them out, and then press them all into the mat so you can feel each toe pressing down.
Pull the fly guts.
And then press the left
Pull the
foot
fly guts.
mat.
Okay,
Notice the
did you catch it?
Not yet. No.
one corner of the foot that's toward the pinky toe,
Where's Daddy?
outer edge of the foot there, that pad
I can see
underneath the
it
pinky
come
toe.
down.
We're Where's McFly?
And then roll toward the big toe. Feel the other pad. A little awkward.
I see him. He's in the hallway right in front of me.
And then roll the weight to the heel. Feel the heel press in.
Go on. Shoot fly. He's right
And then
there.
roll back to the big toe, back to the pinky toe, down to the heel.
He just flew.
And then press the whole foot into the mat.
Maybe open the door.
So you're really not making any huge movements here, but you should be feeling this throughout the base of the foot. And let's do this on the other side, starting with the toe pad near the pinky toe, or sorry, the foot pad near the pinky toe, that little fleshy part of the foot. Press it into the mat.
Okay.
And then roll over, press the pad of the big toe and the pad of the foot into the floor.
No. You, come on.
And finally roll to the heel, press the heel in.
Good girl. You're okay. What's the matter, you?
Roll
He's by
the
the skylight.
area of the big
Front
toe
door. Did he go out?
back to the pinky toe
Come on.
and down to the heel. And then press the whole foot into the floor,
You, come on, girl. Come on.
equally distributing the weight,
You can't go hide outside.
feeling a little bit of an arch,
You, come on.
the arch of the foot.
Head upstairs.
Relax the leg. We're going to press up into a bridge. Just moving slowly, rolling up one vertebrae at a time, equally distributing the weight through both of the feet now. Lifting through the pelvic floor,
Try to go towards the light
lifting
or
through the crown of the head, shoulders come away from the ears.
it's okay, Drew.
Breathing here.
Everything's okay.
Inviting that deep breath back into the body if you don't have it right now. Allow yourself to be with your breath throughout this practice. On your next inhale, roll down. And let's move a few bridges on the breath. Option to move the arms as well if that feels okay on the body. As you inhale, you'll lift through the hips. Arms come up and back. Press the hips up toward the ceiling. Press the feet into the floor as you move. Take a brief hold at the top of the breath. And then exhale, roll all the way down. Arms will follow. You keep your knees in the same plane as you move through this. Drawing in toward the midline. Arms are moving with control. Noticing different parts of the body, even as you're moving this slowly. The foot pads. Notice the toe pads. Notice what's working to lift you up. What are the arms doing? Which parts of the arms are you using to get them to come up and over the body? Let's take one more of these, or finish out the one that you're on. Maybe learn something new in this last one. Beautiful. You could shake that out. Feel free to let go of the legs. Just pedal the feet. And then if you've got a block or a pillow, you're going to lift up once again, lift through the hips, and then place that block or pillow underneath the sacrum for a supported bridge. And I would say if you don't have a block or pillow, you can lift through the hips and bend the elbows and use the thumbs under the pelvic bone here and the dimples of the small of the back to hold yourself up into more of a supported bridge. And you can hold that for about 5 breaths and come down and then come back up again. But if you've got the block, place it at any height that's comfortable under the sacrum. Make sure it's comfortable, so no need to go in the highest setting if that doesn't feel okay on the back. again, relax through your face. Come back to the breath. Invite the deep breath back into the body.
Parked along the Atlantic Ocean in South Florida sits one of the true revered gems in American golf. Seminole Golf Club, just north of West Palm Beach, and what a sight for golf fans longing for the return of live competition. And we have it today with four of the PGA Tour's best. Current #1 in the world, Rory McIlroy. One-time #1, currently 5th in the world, Dustin Johnson. They're teaming up against 5-time tour winner, the ever-popular Ricky Fowler.
Allow yourself to direct the breath to any place where you're really feeling this stretch.
All together today to raise millions for COVID-19 relief.
Bring awareness to the back of the body. Notice what's supporting the body.
Channel on NBC and the PGA Tour are proud to present tailor-made driving relief, supported by United Health.
And see if you could let yourself actually unattach from the feeling that you have in the body with your actual mind. Just notice the body, what's happening right now. Almost like you're an observer.
And today, for many, the first chance to see this magnificent golf course as some big PGA Tour names come together in the name of charity. So good to have live golf again. It's so good to have you with all of us. Last time we were together for live golf on TV.
And then you'll begin to lift up off the block,
All sports and
or lower down if you're supporting yourself with your hands.
now the PGA Tour is going to come back without fail.
Lift the prop and roll all the way down the spine.
More of the tour's best coming together. Terrific effort to
You can heel toe the feet out to about mat width,
well above $4 million will be raised.
and gently allow the knees to windshield wiper from one side to another.
Hot. Details on that coming up in just a second. Along the way, we're going to be joined by some surprise guests as well. Now, the TV golf on Sunday that used to look a little bit different today. The competition in our coverage.
And when they fall to the right side, allow them to stay there.
So we have distance ourselves. I'm hosting and
We'll stay in this twist briefly.
here in Michigan.
Inhale deeply, and if you'd like, you can place your right ankle over the left knee for a bit of a counterweight. It's just an option here. Take a deep inhale.
At beautiful Seminole. We're all set, ready to go. Here is Rich Berg. Rich, good to be back. Mike, nice to hear your voice at last on a live event.
And then you'll keep the feet as they are. Ankle stays on top of knee. Rotate up. Rotate the legs up so that you're in a figure 4. And then press the right knee away from the body. Flex the foot. Press the tailbone down into the mat. You can lift if you'd like through the left foot, lacing behind the left thigh. Continue to flex the
I just saw it out here.
press the top
I just saw it out
right
here.
knee away from the body.
Yeah.
Inhale here. And then send the right foot over to the left for a stretch on the opposite side. Stay in the figure 4, if that feels good. If not, you could come to a regular twist with the legs stacked.
Sorry. How's your salad?
Good.
Notice where you can relax through this.
Ah, it's on the screen.
Just open it and it'll probably fly out.
Inhale back to center.
Check
Trapped
with it.
it.
All right.
Haha.
It's okay, Drew.
And then shake it out.
Leave it there,
Release
it'll
that
die.
stretch. Let
Good
it
job,
go.
honey. You killer, fly killer.
You'll take, the feet what to mat width once again. This time knees come to the left.
They don't want to be in the house.
We'll move through this again on the second side.
All done, really?
Option to stay here or bring the ankle to your weight.
Or that, I guess there could be more than one.
I only saw one.
Shoulder blades are grounded on the floor.
It's all done.
Good luck, gentlemen. Play away, please.
Rudy, it's okay. It's all
Let's have a
done.
good day. Yeah, play well.
They're playing in shorts. Good job,
Inhale,
well done.
place the ankle on the
There
knee
you
if
go.
it's not already there,
Here you go.
and rotate up to a
Oh, boy,
figure
it's all
four.
down. You can't hear it anymore.
Press the left knee away from the body, flex the foot.
Good job.
Mama's the killer bee.
And then option to lift up through the right leg, lace behind the thigh,
Want me to turn
and
it
again
off?
flex the feet, press the left knee away from the body, just using the muscles in the leg.
It's all right. It's all done, baby.
All done. We're good. You're safe now.
And then using the weight to drop yourself, the sole of the left foot will come over to the right side, twisting to the opposite side. Keeping the legs in this figure four shape as you go. Taking care to plant through both shoulder blades, making sure they're rooted on the ground. Inhale, roll to the back. Release the legs. Windshield wiper, or just pedal out the feet. And then you can hug the knees into the chest. Make yourself into a little ball. You could even lift the head toward the knees, stretch out the neck.
The natural born killer. It's all done.
Feel free to extend into a happy baby. You can grab the big toes or the shins
Right.
and lift up through one foot and then the other.
So this is a real,
This is live, yeah.
oh.
Relaxing through the pelvic floor. Press the tailbone down toward the floor as you do this. Elongate the spine.
No spectator.
No spectators. The commentators are in other parts of the country and the state.
And they're
Taking your legs
Yep, the only
behind
people
the
that are there
thighs.
are
Rock all the way
candidates
up to seated.
and probably some official.
okay. It's all done.
And if you have a blanket, you can place a folded blanket under the sit bones
Tuesday
to
memory.
shift the pelvic floor
It's all
downward just a tiny bit.
right.
This will help with alignment. If
Okay.
you don't have one, that's okay.
Just let her be alone, please. Let her square away.
So I'm just scooted all the way to the edge. I almost feel like the ridge of the pelvic floor is just over the blanket. Fleshy part of the butt is pulled away from the body. And then we're gonna move into a posture called cow face pose. And so there's two options for the legs. You can either stay cross-legged or you can kneel too if that feels better on the body. The other option, I'm going to bring my left leg under the right, and you aim to stack the knees here. If it's really uncomfortable and you feel like this is not accomplishing what you need, stay cross-legged. That's
What?
totally cool.
Are they wearing masks?
No, because they're walking in a
I'm
pop.
doing this today because on Thursday we're going to move to a full eagle. I've been thinking a lot about embracing feelings throughout this stint of being at home, and I feel like this is a pose that fully captivates, or what's the word, encapsulates the word embrace. So your arms are going to come out into a T. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, sit up tall, slightly tuck the chin, and then we're going to bring the arms into a big hug, left arm over right, and feel for the scapula behind the back.
Probably a month or so.
And this might be enough of a stretch. You can stay here, allow the shoulders to relax down the back. Or you can wrap the arms, palms reaching for each other, and rather than staying low, you're going to rise up through the elbows so that the elbows come to shoulder height. Gaze is soft, just at the forearms. Breathe in here. Feel the space between the shoulder blades expand. And you can either stay here, allow the shoulders to keep falling away from the ears, or you can breathe in, and then as you exhale, gently hinge at the hips. You'll feel the stretch in the right, well, it's like the piriformis glute area behind the base of the body. If you can bring elbows to knees, you can, but don't force it. And then you'll inhale gently all the way back up. Release the arms, stretch them out. Roll the shoulders. Maybe tilt the head back if it feels okay. And then you'll switch the legs, just doing the opposite of whatever you were just doing. Evening out. And again, sitting up tall, reaching the arms to a T. And this time you'll give yourself a big hug. Right arm comes on top this time. Feel for the scapula as you inhale to extend. Drop the shoulders down the back. If you tried it on the first side, you can try it on the second side. The arms, eventually palms will reach for each other. Relax through the shoulders and simultaneously lift up through the elbows. Gaze is just at the forearms. Notice how you feel here. And then if you tried hinging again, you can inhale, extend up through the crown, exhale to begin folding. Noticing the stretch, sending the air to those places. One more deep inhale.
Your salad, if you could just go upstairs with her, she's still like this. Because she seems more relaxed.
And then come all the way back up to center.
So I can
Release the arms, stretch them out. Squeeze the shoulder blades open through the chest.
No problemo.
And then let it go. You can roll the shoulders back. Tilt the head from side to side.
Go outside with all the
Release the legs, shake them out.
It's okay.
And then you'll move toward the back once more. I'm going to roll the pillow, or sorry, the blanket into a blanket roll for under the knees. And place the blanket under the knees. Feel free to take a pillow for along the spine if you'd prefer that. I'm going to just go flat on my back right now. We'll extend back into a final resting pose. And feel free to take up space here. Arms can be wide. Feet can be wide. You can just make yourself into a big starfish. Take a deep inhale into the body. Send it all the way down to the feet. Open the mouth. Exhale. Do that once more.
I looked at the odds this morning. $22 to win $10. If you pick Lori
Allow the eyes to close or gaze to be soft. Feel the body being fully supported by the earth beneath you. Take a moment to reflect on something that you are going to choose to embrace today.
You're okay. Good
Allow
girl.
yourself to be open to whatever that may be. Return to your normal breath, releasing any hold you have on the breath.
Well, now off to the second hole. Let's bring in David Abelese. He is the CEO of TaylorMade Goods.
Oh,
What was that?
that was a fly killer.
The crab louie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you wanna go potty?
Uh.
Okay, no. It's okay. I'm stealing your shoes real quick,
Okay.
Steve. Come on, need to go potty? Come on, it's alright. Okay.
Inviting in a deeper inhale, sigh it out the mouth. Move the body. Move the fingers and toes. Rotate through wrists and ankles. Stretch up overhead. Then keep the eyes closed, bend the knees, roll onto your right side. Keeping the eyes closed, use the hands to press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. And when you arrive, hands can come to heart center. Sitting up tall. Relax the shoulders. Thank you so much for practicing on this day. I hope you have a wonderful day ahead, filled with love, embracing something new. Have a wonderful week. Namaste.